First of all, I would like to thank every one of you who left these very nice comments on my latest video where I made this little piece of music. I never expected to have all these beautiful comments because after all the video was completely off topic. Normally we do making things using machines and showing that it's possible to do something even if you don't have the right tools. That's the idea behind this channel. And when I say making music, in fact it's also a little bit wrong. I think, that's my idea, I think we play music. To illustrate what I mean with playing music and not making music, I posted a link in the description. It's a link to a video. I don't own the rights of this video, so I can show it, but I'm sure I can share the link. And it's the meeting between two people, a street musician and a little girl that is blind and she's autistic. And together they play music. And the musician, he creates a smile. And I think this is the most beautiful video I have ever seen on YouTube. So if you're interested, go and have a look and tell me what you think. And now let's make something. I have here a nice little challenge to myself, of course. This is a part, or used to be a part, of my daughter's suitcase, and as you can see, it broke. Now, the easiest thing should be, of course, to buy another suitcase, but there's no challenge anymore. So I'm gonna try to remake it. A good idea could be to 3D print it. I don't have a 3D printer, so other solution. Maybe make it out of aluminium. That should be nice. Of course, I don't have any aluminium. So let's find another solution. My idea is to remake this in 3 parts. First of all, this flat thing here with the holes, like this. And I want to cut out of this. Now this is a bit overkill, of course, but that's what I have. And then make this little block a separate part and bolt it on. I have here a very nice piece of scrap that will be exactly fine for the job. And then finally, these 2 hollow studs here, I can make out of this handle. Turn this radius a little bit down and then screw them in here and of course bore the inside. Let's start with the most complicated or difficult part, is this one. Shaper work. Of course. I changed the setup a bit because, of course, I forgot to put the clapper box in an angle, because I have to work this face too, so the strap has to move this way, and my part tended to lift, so I switched a bit the clamps. Now we're ready to cut. Right. This little face here is finished and looks good. Now I'm gonna start. This thickness now is about 9 millimeter, and I have to bring it down to 6. I dialed in 1 millimeter depth of cut and a step over of 2/10. Let's take some kind of measurement here. Seven and a half. And of course I had to change the whole setup again, because the dovetail of the ram wanted to touch these two bolts here, so I had to move everything. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna part it off. Now, I've never been too lucky with parted off, but I'm gonna try again at slow speed and see what happens. I will cut it off by hand, because now it's so thin it starts flexing. And of course, why did I use 3 different setups instead of 1? Because it's perfectly possible to do all these operations in one setup. Maybe I wasn't thinking enough. The belt sander made of course quick little job of cleaning it up. I marked where I have to drill the holes, so let's do that. Okay, the holes are drilled. This piece normally comes here, and of course the broken part also. And when I drill the holes, it even fits, sort of. Of course I have to make it come out again, piece. Make it a bit smaller to fit this push button knob thing on here. First, let's make this one out of this. I don't know if it's a good idea to do it this way, but I suppose future will tell. This bearing here is touching this square. So maybe it's not really a good idea. This is the final pass of this little block. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, I will deburr it and make it ready to drill some holes. Yes, that will do. After a little bit of drilling and tapping and put it all together, it starts to look like this. What I have to do now is cut off about 1 millimeter here of this thickness to make it look a bit like this one. I think it starts to look like something. I think also that now it's time to make these little hollow studs here out of this thing. And what I'm gonna do is make it a press fit. I have tabs I can use here, no problem, but I don't have a die to cut this thread or another thread and cutting it on the lathe. I don't have the right gears for the moment. So a press fit it will be. Let's try again the parting tool. I've never been very successful with it, and I think I figured out why. There was a little bit of end play on this cross slide. Now I took it out. Let's see if it works. Of course I'm not gonna cut all the way through, because if this thing breaks off, this piece of handle here could fly around my whole workshop. Don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna cut a little bit and then cut it off with a hacksaw or brake. We'll see. Right. That's light stuff. Oops. Too small. Let's do it again. Yes, that worked. Let's drill the holes. Come on, little thing, come out. Let's press these little things in place. Easy. That feels better. Perfect. On the original one is marked push. I think that's a bit stupid because you know you have to push this button. Let's put her name on the new one. Alright. That seems to work a bit. Alright. Let's put a bit of paint on it so it doesn't rust. And take it off again. Give it a very light touch of varnish. Time to do the final assembly. Now, how does this thing works here? Something like this. Like this. It works! Maintenant, tu ne sais plus te tromper de valise.